Hello, folks. Welcome to a Let's Play that has been a while in the making, and welcome to my glorious return back to doing Let's Plays. Yep, I'm back, baby. Hey, Mr. CJ. Want to say hi to my viewers? No? You don't want to? You just giving me that cold look of yours? Miss CJ. Anyway, so yeah, this is a Black Ops, the first one.
Wake up. Wake up.
Where am I? Where's Reznov?
You will answer our questions. Do you understand?
Who the hell are you?
That's not important. What's important is who you are. What's your name?
Fuck you!
Where were you born?
Kiss my ass!
Your name is Alex Mason. You were born in Fairbanks, Alaska. In 1961, you served in a CIA assassination team known as Operation 40. Is that correct? Is that correct?
Yes.
Where's the broadcast station?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The numbers, Mason. What do they mean? Where are they
I
broadcast
don't know
from?
anything about any numbers.
What about Dragovich? Do you remember him? Give us what we want, we'll guarantee your safety. Let's start at the beginning. Cuba, 1961, the Bay of Pigs. We know you were there.
No.
Do not fuck with me, Mason! I know when you're lying. 61, Bay of Pigs. What happened?
We all got killed.
There's no use lying, Mason. We know you went in with Woods and Bowman.
Woods. Bowman.
Dragovich. Do you remember Dragovich?
Castro. We went in to kill Castro.
Sorry for keeping my cursor in the foreground over there for a moment. Forgot to move it.
Let's make this quick. Woods,
So yeah,
been a while.
this is Black Ops. It takes place during the 60s, during the Cold War.
What's up, Carlos?
1961 to be exact, for the first date they mentioned, April 17th. A few days before the disastrous Bay of Pigs invasion.
Our attack on the airfield should distract them enough to get you inside. What about the evac? We will have transport waiting for you. Just be there. Excellent. We got company.
Saquen los papeles. Ahora. Sal de aquí, puta capitalista. Oye, ¿de dónde tú eres? I said, where are you from?
Just be cool, Woods. Wait.
Talking to you.
Everything is ready.
All right.
Where are Carlos?
No problem. My men will dispose of the bodies.
Occupants leaving their vehicles armed with shotguns.
Boom.
By the way, those of you who recognize that voice, that's Ice Cube.
Let's go.
Ah, nothing to begin our Cuban adventure like killing some police. Whoop, whoop, that's the sound of the police. Whoop, whoop, that's the sound of the beast. I've always wanted to use that in the Let's Play. Bam, baby.
Mason, you escaped from the police. The Bay of Pigs in your gun. You were heading for Castro's house. We're losing it. Do it again. We have no choice.
This compound.
All right. So now it's during the Bay of Pigs invasion itself.
There's a signal. Now! Look up. This is it.
Zip lining! Huzzah!
Mason, thanks for keeping tight.
Ah, garrote wires. A favorite tactic of the CIA, believe it or not.
You're all focused on the airfield. Convoy ahead. Do not engage.
But yeah, garrote wires were used very extensively by both sides of the Iron Curtain to do assassinations and stuff like that. It's a very effective way to assassinate a person because you're essentially just doing strangulation upon them. Depending on how they make the garrote wire, it also counts as cutting the carotid arteries and things like that. So yeah, it's a very effective, very bloody method of killing a person you want dead. Like I said, favored by both sides, but mostly used by the CIA.
Move quickly! This way, up the stairs. Got it. Castro's paranoid. With good reason. We've been trying to get him for 3 years.
Today's the day we succeed.
Yep, that's also pretty true. The CIA had been trying to murder Fidel Castro for an exorbitant amount of time. They even sent him
Stay close.
explosive-tipped cigars in the hopes of assassinating him. It, of course, failed miserably. And the CIA kind of stopped doing it after a while because they were discovering that it was becoming extremely expensive to keep trying to murder one communist dictator. The CIA has done a lot of strange and kind of out there stuff in its time.
Inside, go! Hold it, take the roof. Any trouble? Give us a yell. Got it. Mason,
Like, that's not even counting things like the various coups that the CIA has helped fund in both the Middle East and Central America. I think they've funded things in Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Belize. They've basically got their hands in almost every fascist dictatorship in Latin America for about as far as the 70s, if not earlier.
target should be up ahead.
Roger.
Suffice to say, the United States often creates its own enemies in this way. I mean, this country is partially responsible for the creation of the Taliban as we know it. Although it's a combination of us and I think it was Pakistan who were responsible for that as well.
Target should be up ahead.
Roger.
Move it inside. Get in position.
Ready to make history?
Crazy bitch. He uses a human shield and she still protects him?
Castro supporters are fanatical in their devotion.
Well, target is down.
But yeah, so I like this game. This is probably one of my favorite Call of Duty games. It follows directly after World at War. That's a spoiler, but this game is like 10 years old at this point. So I can't really spoil a game that you probably already should know about if you have even a glancing interest in the Call of Duty series. That guy was a moron. So because this is made by the people who make World at War, it is probably one of the goriest Call of Duty games ever because this has dismemberment, people's heads flying off, all that good crap that I love in a game. Yeah, boy. It also has lean, something I desperately miss in all the Call of Duty games after it was taken out of most of them. Like, I get why it was taken out, because they were trying to balance the game towards console players, which console doesn't lend itself to doing lean very well. They've started adding it in modern Call of Duty games in a slightly different way. Alright, come on, Carlos. Activate the script of the sequence. Ah, the M16. I had the great distinction of having the chance to fire an original M16 once. They're a very interesting weapon. I don't mean that in a bad way. When they were first introduced to the general soldiers at large in the Vietnam War, they kind of met limited... They kind of met limited like amongst the troops. Partially due to the fact that they were new, they weren't very well tested, and there was a bit of a rumor that the weapon was self-cleaning, so they would often malfunction when they didn't need to be in the middle of very important firefights in the Vietnam War. Although we lost that war very handily. Although I wouldn't really say we lost it. Because you can't really lose a war the way we lost the Vietnam War. Like, this is an argument that I was having with a friend of mine a while back ago. That I don't think we literally really lost the Vietnam War so much as we just left. If you leave, that's not losing a war. Losing a war is signing an agreement that you've lost or surrendered or something. With Vietnam, we left. Jesus, that guy got wrecked. Get to the plane. Getting to the plane. Getting to the plane. Getting to the plane. Let's do this.
Give us cover, Mason.
Another classic of the Cold War era. The M60. I have yet to actually fire one of these. I think my cousin has. He said they were using one of them when he was in the army for training. He himself, he doesn't use the M60. I don't remember what his actual weapon is. He used to use the squad automatic weapon or the saw. But he's since, I think, changed that ever since he became a ranger. I haven't talked to him in a few months. I'd have to ask him about it.
We always know.
Do with him what you wish, General. This is my gift to you, in honor of our new relationship. Just make sure that he suffers.
He will know suffering beyond his darkest fears. I have plans for you, American.
Don't give me that look.
Oh, he did. Dragovich sure did.
Alright, so I'm going to end the video here. Again, it's good to be back to doing this again. I will see you guys next time. Laters.